Going back to where it all started, 75 years ago today, children at Tilbury Docks began the commemorations of the Windrush generation. On the 22nd of June 1948, HMT Empire Windrush carried its first passengers from the Caribbean to this small Essex town. They had answered Great Britain's call to help rebuild the country after the Second World War. Many more Caribbean peoples would follow in the subsequent years, adding significantly to modern British culture. At St George's Chapel in Windsor, the site of so many of the royal family's life events, King Charles celebrated a lifetime since the first post-war Caribbean migrants arrived in their new home.
I'm part of that legacy. I'm part of the path that they have actually put down for future generations, the Windrush generations. And what I'm doing now is laying the path for the future, for other children and young people to take their place in society. The way of the society has allowed me to take my place.
Last week, the King and Queen welcomed 10 people to Buckingham Palace whose faces are now immortalised in paintings, commissioned by Charles to recognise the immeasurable difference made by the Windrush generation. One of those faces is 97-year-old RAF veteran Alfred Gardner. He is one of just 2 surviving members from that maiden voyage.
It was cold. I wasn't the first one coming off, even though I could have been if I'd have known it would come to this. I could have been the first one off. My idea was to work and raise a good family. And I think I've raised a beautiful family. Yeah, I'm proud of him.
At Britain's busiest railway station, the National Windrush Monument stands prominently and proudly. Many Caribbean arrivals passed through London Waterloo on their way to start their new lives. Their courage and resilience were remembered here today. From the station, a symbolic floral anchor was carried to nearby Southwark Cathedral for a service of celebration, but also recognition of hurt and anger.
You came far, you gave your all, and you helped make Britain what it is today. But you did not always receive the welcome you deserved, which is a source of ongoing, continuing shame and regret. I also acknowledge our debt of thanks to those here today who have played their part in challenging Home Office past failures, failing to treat the Windrush generation and descendants with the respect they deserve.
Back in Tilbury, a special Thames Clipper service brought 100 Windrush descendants and 100 NHS workers downriver from Waterloo. The National Health Service, for which many of the Windrush generation worked, is also celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. A double celebration of those who came to serve and to give life.